good spot to bingo first.
Jesse won the first game. Thank you. Okay. You're right. We weren't following it at all. So obscure.
Or
Unless you already said it. Bescour, obscure.
Bescour.
Did you say that? Okay.
I did not.
Okay.
Say maybe Bescour is a bit safer. No reason to
Absolutely.
slot that O.
Absolutely. Also, is obscure good? Let's check. It is. So, always really nice for the person who's behind to get that first bingo out.
Yeah, it's got to feel really good right now, especially if, Alec doesn't then immediately come back with a bingo. You've got to lead for a bit.
Oh, and he has a pretty good rack, though.
R doesn't look like it's quite in the right spot.
It's not for Ramillies, for sure. Needs an N for 2 different bingos. D, idealism. F for families.
Be interesting to see. It doesn't. So Carl is kind of in one eye short of a bingo, and Alec is probably one eye too many for his rack. But I don't know if there's going to be any play that exposes an eye for Carl.
I think there's a lot to be said for right now, without looking at it very closely. A lot to be said for just fishing off an eye.
Yeah, I guess bingos with the A and the E.
Oh, it's just such, it's almost like a salty rack. It's a salmi rack. It's really, really, really nice. Open R. I wouldn't play IT, for example. I would not ever block that T. I might play BI. But there's other things to do as well. We can play like Lima at 9F is a possibility.
Yeah, I mean, there's two pretty solid 7 lanes. I don't mind messing with the letters in Toyo that much right now.
I like Lima as well. I think that's very solid as well. You can play it above, you can play it below. Because he has the S, I might stick it on top to make to have another hook besides Bescour. So we're up to 143 people on Twitch. It's about as high as we've gotten. We haven't made it to their front page. So as a result, though, we haven't needed any moderators to kick people off for inappropriate comments. So we're actually grateful for that. Yeah. And they'll find us eventually online. We're always going to be on YouTube. You can always watch these games later.
We hope you will.
Yeah, and we get a lot of comments. Often people come up to me and say, "Oh, I watch you and Conrad on YouTube," and very sweet.
Looks like Alec is thinking about MIRI, which would be a.
Huh?
It would be a play.
It would be a play.
It would be a valid Scrabble brand crossword game play.
And that's what he's doing. We know it takes the N hook as well.
Yeah. Not super keen on that play. It's a pretty big sacrifice, I think.
Well, maybe he's trying to bait him into sticking an S on it as a possibility.
I think Alec knows that Carl knows all the words.
Okay. Now, unfortunately for Carl, he's picked up quite a bit of consonants, but let's see. But he can play vent and mirin, which is what it looks like he's doing. You've talked about. You're more familiar with Carl's play, both of you on the West Coast, and you say he likes to play a nice open board, which people with great word knowledge tend to do.
Yeah.
So Vent will not do that, but it will be a nice, considering he's put up the first bingo, nice to block the board a little bit. And as you can see, Alex is going to easily bingo next turn. And my hunch is he's going to open up a triple doing so as well. There's no reason for him not to do that. Vent for Carl. There we go. Here comes tallies as expected. So kind of a punch in the gut. What do you think? You've been in contention to win a nationals, and you've actually done it, Conrad, to be in a position where you can lose the tournament this game and your opponent plays a salty bingo, salty stem bingo.
You just kind of assume like this is how life works, and you just kind of have to play one turn at a time.
So he's got Western on his rack.
The bot is just based on the current lexicon. It's built by the creator of Aerolith, Cesar, who you'll notice 14 domino in the chat.
So unfortunately, he is not able to bingo, even though he has Western on his rack. There's nothing that he can. There's no E for tweeners. And what else is in there? Let's see. Oh, a B for bestrewn. So he might play rest, W-R-E-S-T, under vent is one possibility, but it is such a strong rack. There might be something, again, in fishing off the W next to the O and B scour to save an E-E-N-R-S-T rack, which I think
That's got to be the right play.
it's got to be the right play, even though rest scores 40 points versus 13. There's very few tiles he can pick up that won't let him bingo next turn.
Yeah. No, I mean it's got to be. That has to be the best play. You're gonna bingo almost all the time. You're gonna threaten triples. You can draw.
I think Carl's going to take his time, actually. Joey suggests weist and vents as, I guess, to prevent another S hook after rest. Weist doesn't take anything. It's a comparative, but it will create, obviously, the line underneath on the triple row.
Yeah. I mean, I think the reason for fishing here is the amount you're going to bingo next turn. So your average score over the next two plays is probably just going to be the most after woe, which is why I would take that over blowing up the rack with something like Wiener or, something like Joel suggested crew or something.
Over in Collins Land, Austin has gone first, and they were futzing around a bit with three-letter words, and Jesse has gotten the first bingo out. A Collins word with adroits on his rack, A-D-I-O-R-S-T. He played through an I to play something tarsioid. And he is, let's see if he's in the lead still. After 7 turns, Jesse's up 128 to 92. And Austin has not been able to put together a very nice racket yet.
So Alec played Hoagie, blocking the triple that Carl did draw, but Carl will still be bingoing with interest for quite a few points.
Interest, sternite, trientes, insetter. There you go.
Yeah,
there
so he drew insetter, but unsurprisingly it got blocked.
Carl would have been happier to have his triple blocked if it had not scored so many points for Alec. And Jesse just bingoed again, somebody tells me. So far looking good for Jesse. Yeah, he picked a blank and a very easy rack. All right, let's see what's going on here. The score is correct as far as I can tell. It is. We've had quite a journey here getting our broadcast up to you. It's been an interesting couple of days. Carl has picked up a blank, which is fabulous for him. Not so much for Alec, but great for us if we won a third game.
Yeah. See if you can find Alec's best play here. It's I don't even think I knew the word, to be totally honest, and I like to try to be totally honest.
Not partially?
No.
Totally. Okay.
Yeah, panada is the play.
Yeah, underneath interest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too bad that M isn't somewhere else. You'd have a very tasty bingo.
Empanada.
I could go for some empanadas right now. Maybe we could send Rich to go over and get some empanadas for us.
There should be some privileges being in this booth, don't
exactly.
you think? Actually, they've treated us really well. They've fed us extremely well all week.
Yeah.
We've been very grateful for that.
Yeah. Have to say, I've been very impressed by the food scene in Reno. Has just gotten...
Unbelievable.
I'm not just saying this. It's actually, the food has been pretty much fantastic.
I'm jealous that I don't live here.
Yeah, the brewery scene, I've just been amazed.
I haven't had a bad meal, honest to God.
Yeah, props to Reno for...
props to NASPA for treating us so well in that regard as well. And here comes. What's that?
So Alex jokingly puts down the front hook for interest being Pinterest. What some of you may not know is earlier in the tournament, Alec was playing against Joshua Sokol. Inholder was on the board, and Alec front hooked it with a P to make pinholder, which is not a word.
Pinsetter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Josh didn't challenge it.
Oh my God. Oh, okay.
And that that actually may have been the reason he made it. One of many reasons, certainly.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
You have to know when to. Oh my goodness, Alex. Good. You have to know when to phony. You kind of feel it in your gut. So what do we got here for our Carl? He's got non-tonic, I see, off the N in Panda.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely want to use the C to your best of your ability here to kind of knock out as much. So
C not only doubles, which is exactly what you wanted to do, but it serves as a bit of a block until
the C
CH word comes across.
Yeah, no, this C won't quite be doubled.
It won't quite. Okay, you're right. It would have to be at the top.
That's
You're
a
right.
fantastic place to put the C.
Yeah.
So, I expect Carl to find this. I mean, I expect him to spend some time looking for everything. Like, there's a bunch of things to find here.
So we've got tear gas and Gestria, of course, for Carl. But I'm thinking it's not going to be... Yeah, he's seeing non-tonic right now.
Which,
okay.
I think speaks to the depth of his word knowledge, although he's also a piano teacher, so...
So, finish that thought.
Well, I believe non-tonic is a music word.
I'm thinking soda.
Oh, no, I believe it means, like, not the tonic, as in, like...
I think you're right. The non-tonic scale.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, you got it. He's got Actinon as well. He's got a bunch of bingos. Nicotine, contain, all the easy ones. But non-tonic is the...
So this is going to be interesting. Carl's going to play... Actinons. It's really not that much less defensive because... nope, he's... Looks like he might not...
Hopefully he can't hear us. We're trying to talk low.
Yeah, I mean, the defensive Actinons wouldn't have been so bad. The bingos that Alec is able to play back are going to open the triples for him.
So, very good that he changed his mind.
It does look like, in the end, Carl's going to go back to non-tonic. So it does temporarily give him a pretty big lead, but as we know, Alec is a moments away from a bingo of his own.
This might be a small thing, but I wonder if I would have put the second O as the blank, because I think that spot up there is a bit more dangerous than the one where the blank is right now.
That's true. I think the two ways you could look at it is A, the way you said, which is totally reasonable, and the other one might be sometimes players just miss bingos through blanks. So maybe Carl's hope is that Alec could just...
I got you.
Space.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I could see Taj coming down there easily. All right, so his best play, anything he's going to do is...
Assuming it's probably Gastria and Ma.
Yeah, I think that's going to be his safest.
Yeah, it's safest, and I think it scores the most. Quackle seems to confirm that.
Well, the question is there anything under Biscouros? Can he fit anything under the eye? But I don't think he can.
Yeah.
There's Agarros,
But that's, obviously not worth playing.
No, there's nothing he can fit under the eye if he's going to miss the double score to make it worthwhile hooking the S on Biscour, but there's nothing there.
Yeah. I mean, there's something to be said for not bingoing with Gastria, I guess, because of the longer-term health of the board. That he's going to be down on average 50 or 60 still after he bingos.
Some people are suggesting that he might just bingo through the T in non-tonic just to keep the board.
Yeah, exactly.
You can do that. I doubt if the score will be that much of a difference, but
probably 5 or 6 points, but
that's quite a bit. He's cleaning the board.
Yeah. So as Carl picked out his new tiles, he picked out 6 consonants, and then the E was the last tile he picked out.
Right, but good scoring possibilities.
Yeah.
If you're going to pick up like that, like FF together is fabulous.
Yeah, 2 Fs solid for scoring.
The trouble is where.
Yeah, well, if he does put down Gastria, that'll give him
something to play through. So maybe playing through the T makes more sense to say, well, we'll see. He's behind 100.
Yeah, no, in this case, it'll give Carl like WAF or Zarf or whatever. So Gastria will actually work out quite well for Carl.
Would you play WAF or Zarf?
Instinctively, I assume WAF.
I would play WAF in an instant. But let's think about it for a few more seconds.
Well, I mean, you almost are saving, like, you're drawing
Zerk. You're saving Zerk.
But you're drawing to froze from the F.
Absolutely.
Like, the odds of you drawing something are really good.
Absolutely. Agros does score less, somebody says in our audience. So we've had very, 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 very solid play our 2 days here. We've been really impressed with everybody. There haven't been too many gasp-worthy moments. We had one this morning with Will Anderson, who declined to play cat for 24 points. Save, I think it was 3 vowels and a D. Was that correct? Something
DEEO,
like
yeah.
DEEO. We talked about it afterwards. It's one of those things that can either, work out the right way. It's a 50-50 thing, and we'll never know whether that was the right thing for him to do, and he'll never know as well. And it's just one of those things. But aside from that, we haven't gasped too often, so that really goes to the nature of the outstanding play.
Yeah.
People are just getting so good.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens here. Looks like Carl's thinking about playing
Well,
Waff.
we haven't seen his tiles. Oh, he just played Waff. Okay,
Yeah,
there we go.
So he's playing.
Oh, look at those
playing
nice
that.
tiles.
So it doesn't look like Alec has drawn something that will bingo, and that's really not the best rack without a bingo. The nice thing for him is he did just have that scoring spot open.
He doesn't want to play Edifier or Deifier, that's for sure.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
You could play Fried, you could play Fetid. That might be okay, Fetid.
Yeah, he does have the last T.
Does
There's
he
an
now?
open T to play through, but once it's the last one of those 1-point tiles, it does have some increased value. One thing he could consider is a LIE in the top right.
And setting up his own D and R.
Setting up a big lane, good tiles. I have to imagine looking at the sim, it's killing the sim, unsurprisingly. So that I have to imagine that's the play to make here. I don't think you can really justify reified or deifier, just because you're just blowing up your rack.
Absolutely not.
It's an average pool at best.
But I'm wondering if he's holding 2 or 3 tiles in his rack, in his hand right now. Let's see what he decides. He might just do lied and do the hook by himself. There you go.
It's also worth noting that both blanks and all 4 S's are already out. So this really is not the time to be playing off 6 tiles. There's just too much crap left.
So I think we agree that he's got 2 choices. I think Funker or Furs. I would definitely play Furs. HZ, what are you going to do with that? I don't know. Well, he's thinking Funker. What are your thoughts on that?
Funker versus
Furs.
Furs. I think I would.
HNK is pretty nice.
Is pretty solid, yeah.
But he's going to play Funker.
Okay. Maybe he thinks there's a non-zero chance. Maybe Alec might challenge Funker or something.
We're doing a sim right now. It's just a 2 sim ply sim. Furs is scoring on top. It's 51 points versus 39. But it's just about 1 percentage point ahead of Funker, which I imagine will change at some point.
Yeah, certainly looking at the equity, much higher equity for Furs. I'm not sure.
He's better pick another vowel.
Yeah,
or else he's in a little trouble here.
Yeah, looking at the chat, I definitely think LIE was a step up on LIED.
So he's got demerit, retimed, etc., etc. Wow, this man is picking. Remitted doesn't play.
Yeah, it's did he somehow manage to not draw any? Because reminted doesn't fit. That's that.
Oh, what a rack. He's just
really,
been picking. Wow.
It's kind of the first really bad luck, or like.
Yeah, if you want to call it that, even. Yeah, reminted won't fit, so he's.
Oh, remitted through the T and Toyos. I forgot there was that first thing that happened in the game.
He's got remitted.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's got it. We missed it. We're looking at the T and non-tonic.
Remember, I'm just a warm body.
Yeah. Okay, that's going to bring it
mind me.
pretty even. Pretty close. I think Carl will still be a little ahead.
Well,
but
Carl's going to have a nice big X play there.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, that works out well. So he's got not Lux, unfortunately. Well, he got XU. But he would love to, I'm sure, get rid of another consonant.
Yeah, his racks.
He could easily play that, but you
yeah.
want to save the U.
Yeah, I think
the Q is still not out.
Yeah, so U may not actually be that bad to keep here. There are, because they have the QUA spot in the top left.
Just to throw it quickly over to CSW, Jesse Day's up 293 to 244 with 32 tiles left in the bag. Gape 8. Okay, so what have we got? Well, we're definitely going to have an X play. But the question is whether it's going to be Rax or Zoo.
Yeah, there's also the question of should Alec have played remitted one spot further down?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, there's also the chance that maybe he wanted to go for the X himself. Maybe he wants the volatility because he's
I
now,
understand what you're saying, but
yeah.
he's only down by... Oh, he's down 15
Well, he's
points.
down 15 plus a turn.
Okay.
So, which is on average, he's going to be down 45 on a pretty close board.
So my bid is definitely on Rax, saving Q, the U and the Z. You could play Quiz through the I and non-tonic. I mean, we're down to 12 tiles. You've got to hold on to the... Oh, okay.
Well, there are a couple more. There's one.
There's
more
a couple of QI spots.
Well, there's one more U left.
I know, but... Okay, this is exactly what Carl needed. Would you have played remitted there? That way? I absolutely would not have done it.
I would have spent some of the 13 minutes I left on my clock thinking about it.
Look, we got QD.
Well,
No vowel and the Q. I mean, probably as bad as you can...
Yeah.
Well, he has Kadina, so that's good.
Yeah, I said it's really not.
That
not
worked
terrible.
out okay.
Yeah.
And let's see, there's 10 tiles left, everybody. Obviously, Alex is not in a good position there with those tiles. We had nice chats with both of them. I know a lot of you people were playing. Everybody's very humble. Everybody's, very complimentary to the other person's play. Everybody is self-denigrating about their own play. The first thing they ask, what is the first thing they ask when they come in here?
Yeah,
What did I miss? What did I miss?
I'm the same way.
But that's why I love you guys.
Yeah.
We're always looking to get better. What can we do better? How can I
Exactly.
get a better player? I love it.
Yeah, Alec won game 1.
I am saying Alec. It just sounds like Alex, but I am saying Alec. I promise you. It's
Right.
just my Canadian accent, okay? Somebody has chastised me for calling him
Yeah.
Alex.
Yeah, let us know what you think about Alec's position here.
I heard that.
And Alec.
You think what we do is easy?
Oh, I was, yeah.
Alec.
Alec.
Oh, that could help. That could help me. We'll try that.
Then we can get our S sounds going and go back to our ASMR. Tonight's production of the North American Scrabble Championship featuring Conrad and Robin. And our players today are Carl Johnson and Alec Seaholm. Anyway.
It's hard not to get punchy after a while. So what is Quackle saying? Quackle is saying right now that Alec...
Quackle says rip.
Yeah, well, his pipage is what it's suggesting at B2, which is very interesting.
I mean, you see the appeal of it in the sense is like...
Yeah.
It
blocks the Kadi.
Yeah, and it opened... I mean, now there's 2 gigantic lanes. He hopes for a miracle, and because he kind of needs a miracle at this point.
He needs a miracle. Solpia is coming up at C6. So definitely blocking that Kadi possibility is coming up very strong. What else can I tell you about Carl? I had a nice discussion with him. Carl is also a musician, as is Alec. Apparently, they're both outstanding pianists. Yeah. Carl is also a singer, and he's got a YouTube channel, so you can check him out. And he did a lot of stuff after the election in 2016, so there's some interesting lyrics there.
Yeah.
But he holds 2 jobs, and just the nicest, sweetest guy. And he's won his last 2 tournaments that he's played in, multi-day tournaments that he has won, and trying to see if 3 is the charm.
Yeah.
And Alec might have something to say about that.
One interesting thought from Jack is you could fish off an A and go for diplegia as a big bingo.
Oh boy.
Which, that it's always good to be like going for something solid towards the end of a game like that. I'm not sure what...
He's trying to block the D.
Why
and
would he
get
want
rid
to?
of.
Why would he want to block the D when he's losing?
Yeah, cool. He has. Does he have a case E? That's the question.
He has the E, but
Well,
EIIP.
it forces you to play. He's the only one who has the E. Anyway, I think we're going to see Cuddy come down pretty
And
quickly.
wait till you see what Alec has just drawn to go with EIIP.
Oh.
Um,
That's the first three syllables in the way to remember the 12 cranial nerves. To
Really?
touch. Oh, yes, it is.
Well,
Ophthalmic, olfactory. Yeah, I don't remember them in order, but yeah. Olfactory, ophthalmic. There's another one.
well, I think it's pretty safe to say Carl's going to play Cuddy here.
Yeah.
Really, his
That
hope
might
is,
seal the deal, this one.
Yeah, I mean, his hope is he just wants to draw one vowel. Of course, unbeknownst to him, there are only a couple vowels left in the pool, period. He'll quickly find that there's no worries for him. What it looks like is he's taking out his tiles. He has in fact picked up I think almost all of those vowels. I think 2 of the 3 are remaining.
So 4 are left, and they would be V. He managed to avoid the V, the U, and I think an L is what's in the bag.
So I think one question for Carl, in the case of a tie in game 3, the person with the higher point spread would have the advantage. And I know Alec won the first game by quite a bit, but now given his dreadful tiles and the fact that Carl's got, Raj or something for 38 coming up.
There's that O coming back to haunt him.
Yeah. Carl's going to... He may be able to pick up enough spread, given how bad Alec's tiles are, to take that advantage. Right. That advantage. So Carl actually is playing for a bit here and does want to make sure he doesn't. And I do know Carl. He was more than happy to spend 10 minutes to figure out the best end game.
Yeah, so we might be twiddling our thumbs and coming up with things to tell you about. There's also been a suggestion of Chez off the C in Biscauer. So maybe playing Raj instead of Haj would be a good play. And keeping that Chez available. And there was another E left, so not that he can really use it for Alja. So Carl just has to be careful that he is able to play the Z in a way that he wants to and score the maximum points for it. I will tell you over in CSW that it's looking very good for Jesse Day to sweep in 2. He's currently up 364 to 329, and it's his turn with 15 tiles in the bag. It's been quite a bingo fest. I'm counting about 5 of them on the board. So we'll see. So it might work out very well for people who want to continue watching NWL, because as long as there's not 2 sweeps, we're going to keep talking. And since we're ambidictionary, and how do you say it?
Bilectual.
We should have a vote. Who likes which?
I'm pretty sure
bilectuals.
I've kind of gotten that into the Scrabble lingo for years now. So I will be the champion of bilectuality.
Somebody's asking, is Epiboli good? But no, it's just with the C.
Just with the C. I thought it was good in Collins, but...
It sounds like it should be good.
Yeah.
Bilexical, we're already everybody's liking that. Yeah, it's better.
Bilectual specifically.
Oh, I have bilectual, not bilexical. Yeah. We're getting some other ideas. Epiboli with a Y, that's right. Yeah. Epibolic. It's a nice find, though. It's looking more and more that we're going to have a CSW winner in a few minutes, and we're going to have a third game in NWL in a few minutes. So hopefully you don't have any plane tickets that require you to leave soon. You can watch us on your phones in the taxi on the way over, or the shuttle. But it really has been an absolute pleasure being able to commentate on games that of such high quality throughout the last couple of days. We've been very lucky. Sometimes you have people who play turns that you scratch your head. All right, so he's decided not to hold on to the H, maximize his score.
So it's Collins is Parabolae.
I think one of the worst mistakes anyone made this week is missing a 9 ending in EW. I think you're having some very good play. We won't name names, but we do love you. None of us would have found it. So do you think he's going to wonder about remitted afterwards, whether that was it gave him, Carl, such momentum?
I don't know. I mean, I think in his case, he probably just wants to forget and move on to the next
No, I'm just
game.
wondering,
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
yeah.
what?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to know.
I mean, I think ultimately I would have taken the other positioning.
So everybody, we're in our last racks. The bag is empty. He emptied it. And it's just a matter of crossing the T's and dotting the I's. We are going to have a 5th game.
Or even a 3rd game.
Because I'm usually best of 5, so best of 3.
You want to hang out for a few more games?
I absolutely do, but I have a plane to catch.
Yeah,
so
I have to drive home.
All right. What else can I tell you about Carl? Tell us some stories. You know a bit better. I'll try to think.
Some stories about Carl. He once had a glass of wine in Reno.
Oh my goodness. Wine, one glass.
One glass of wine. We convinced him to have a glass of tej at an Ethiopian restaurant down the street.
And how did it go?
He liked it, but I think he just doesn't want to drink.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I have plenty of Carl stories from over the years. We both, well, he still lives in the Portland area. I lived up there for a few years.
He's looking for a girlfriend. I will tell you that, everybody out there.
Yeah.
He would love to find somebody.
Yeah, homeowner, stable job.
2 jobs.
Yeah.
Teaches piano as well.
Yeah, right, yeah, great jobs that he does very well with both of them.
Sweet guy. He's going to open the door for you.
Yeah, maybe even soon to be national Scrabble champion. Maybe that's
maybe that's something you've all been waiting for.
Yeah.
So I don't know what he's looking to play raise. Let's see where a good place for that is. Over there.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. Very pretty. And he's saved the love he's been looking for.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to be able to play it, but it really doesn't matter. Or is Alex going out? He's got 5 minutes left. Alex took a long time to think about his game.
Yeah.
There you go. So we have a 3rd game coming. That's very exciting. And I'll keep you up to breast with CSW as it's happening. Jesse Day's up 397 to 353 with EEINRUZ on his rack. And yes, he's got BI and then the triple letter in both directions to play ZE on his next turn. So he's about to score over 60 points on his next turn. And hopefully we can get one of the 2 gentlemen in here, or both, to talk to us.
Likely just Carl.
You never know. You never know. Likely just Carl. But, they're shaking hands. Very sweet. Very gentlemanly game. Something that was pointed out to me that I didn't know because I've been in this booth that much, but there's not a lot of women in Division 1 this year. I think just 1 or 2. So all you women out there, please, 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 come join us. We need you.
So I think we might get one of the players in here, but we'll probably have a few minute break after that. For
yes,
them to
probably.
catch their breath, settle in for the final game.
This is going to be it. The women were in Coral Gables. Do you get that?
The Word Cup was in Coral
Oh,
Gables.
my goodness. Well, you see, I don't follow WICPOS. Yes, a lot of the women were in Coral Gables. We miss Lisa Odom and Maddie and a few others for sure.
Yeah, Laurie Cohen.
Laurie Cohen for sure. And I'm just talking about Division 1. We miss all the women in the other divisions as well. So it looks like they're having a discussion about what were you thinking about? What were you thinking about? Very typical.
What I'm thinking about is that Johnson and Seaholm have 5 of the same 7 letters in them.
So you think it was ordained that they meet in the finals?
Well, Carl and Alec are almost the same too. They're only one letter off.
Oh my God!
So
This is just getting scarier.
Carl Johnson and Alex Seaholm are only 3 letters apart.
So Will never had a chance. We should have just. Wow.
Yeah.